18 WJTS Sports presents the Jasper Wildcats versus the Evansville Bosse Bulldogs. This game's brought to you by
Carpet Warehouse, DuBois County Tire and Supply, Ubilar & Sons, Maringers Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Let's go down to the court.
Welcome to Bosse High School. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats on the road in a Southern Indiana Athletic Conference matchup against the Bosse Bulldogs. The Wildcats are 2-5 against the Bulldogs, who are 6-0 on the season. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Markos on the video. And Jason, still, the Wildcats, we'll see how they perform tonight after, I guess we can call it a hangover of the big overtime win. Knocking off Southridge 49-44 in the thriller Tuesday night. Night where Gus Heichelbeck hit that big three-pointer to tie the game, and then Southridge had a couple free throws after a little clock malfunction or delay or whatever really happened there. But then an incredible play that the Wildcats ran that finished with Day going pretty well coast to coast to tie the game at 42 and to put it into overtime at the buzzer. And so it. You know, the bottom line, it's a win, but a win against Southridge, a team that was pretty well dominating us in the first half, and then we made some adjustments.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that Tuesday night, you know, that basketball's a game of adjustments. You know, and like you said, first half it was all Southridge. The second half, Jasper came out ready to play a little bit better and was able to get some things done.
All right, we're taking on a Bulldog team as the game is underway. Wildcats controlling the tip there, and again, 6-0 on the season. They've had some impressive wins against Indianapolis, Chittard, Jeffersonville. Their only conference game so far has been against Central, which they won. As a nice drive to the basket there by Ernie puts the Wildcats up early on 2-0. So this is just looks like another really good Bosse team on paper.
Yeah, it does. You know, I mean, for the last, I don't know, quite a few years, Bosse's had, you know, some good basketball players as well as some good teams. You know, obviously they graduated one last year that moved on to play Division I down at University of Houston. So, you know, yeah, they've had some good ball players.
All right, so Jasper will have the basketball after it gets knocked out of bounds there. And as far as Bosse, their top player is number 23, that's Julian Norris. He's averaging over 20 points a game at 20.8, so we'll keep an eye on how he plays tonight. Obviously going to be a player that the Wildcats will key on defensively.
Yeah,
I'm
sure Ernie's be guarding him.
Nice backdoor play there. Ernie can't get the shot, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. So Tanner Ernie, who was held scoreless in the second half and in the overtime period with two quick buckets to start this ball game. Cats lead by 4-0.
Tanner did a good job, Barry. You know, he missed the first one, but he stayed after it and was able to take the ball back away from him.
Three-pointer on the way does not go, and that was Norris shooting that one. So Cats coming the other way, looking to extend this lead. Day a little trouble down low, so he's going to have to kick it back out. Foley, nice attack to the basket there. So the Wildcats pretty well doing what they want so far, and all of them coming down in the blocks. Norris misses that three-pointer. Jasper with a 6-0 lead on the Bosse Bulldogs. Number 10, that's Wagner, Matthew Wagner with the basketball. He also started Jameer Ajubadi, which is a name we were trying to figure out what's the best way to pronounce that. So Ajubadi is what we came up with. Nice drive to the basket, so good smooth move there by Julian Norris to get the first 2 points for the Bulldogs, and they call a timeout. So early on here in the first quarter, 5:42 to go. Cats lead 6-2 here in Evansville Bosse on 18 WJTS. All right, Jasper with the basketball after the timeout. Bosse putting a little pressure, maybe trying to set up a trap there. Once they get across, going to have to hurry up and get it across. Eventually does.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to do there, if it was a trap, just a press or what, but
good rebound by Foley to get another bucket for him. So 8 points for the Wildcats, 2 for the Bulldogs, 4 of those coming from Foley down low.
Connor got good inside position there and was able to get the rebound.
So Draydon Dunn with a nice baseline jump shot there, makes it 8-4. Berger breaks it, gets it down low. Now Day's going to have to back it out, and he gets it into Foley, who takes it right in and lays it up with a finger roll. So Connor Foley having a ball game, 6 points.
You just kids nowadays, they don't want to step in there and take a charge. I mean, he caught the ball at the free throw line and went all the way down the middle of the lane.
All right, well, Dunn hits another baseline jumper. This time it's beyond the arc, so it's a three-pointer. 10-7 our score now. Jasper still leads by 3. Foley attacks, now kicks out. Berger for 3, and he drills it. So the shooting's looking really good for both teams right now, Jace.
Yeah, both teams are shooting the ball well. Defense ain't very good. Here could be a dunk.
Oh, he misses it this time. He had a beautiful dunk against Southridge the other night, but now Day comes up with a rebound, kicks it out to Berger. And now we got a whistle down low, but yeah, Foley had an easy drive to the basket there, but a little short on that dunk. All right, so 13-7. The foul is actually called on Foley, number 45. First one on the Wildcats. So 13 quick points. We haven't even played half the quarter until right now. It's 4 minutes to go.
That's not necessarily a good thing either against a team like Bosse that probably likes to get up and down the floor.
Yeah. Oh, they called the palm, man. We talked about that previous games. That I guess that's a.
It must have been. It had to have been something that was an emphasis to the officials this year because, like I said the last time, I've seen it called more this year, and I've probably seen it in the last 5 or 10 years.
Right. So Gus checks into the ball game for the first time tonight. 13 points the other night against Southridge, and again, huge three-pointer to tie the ball game late. Beautiful feed down there, bounce pass, and now it's going to be a blocking foul. So that's going to go on to Ernie, number 11, his first.
Jasper tried to make it too long of a cross-court pass. You know, it's a skip pass, but it's a way too long, and it gives the defense time to come out and make the steal.
Right. All right, so the Bulldogs work their inbounds play. Nice feed into Jameer, and he gets his first 2 points of the ball game. Jameer Ajibadi right there with the bucket. 13-9's our score. Jasper's still up. I have a feeling it's just going to be an aggressive man-to-man battle tonight.
Yeah, I think Bosse will stay in the man-to-man because they don't want to play a zone because they want to push the issue.
So Isaac Day with the bucket this time. 15-9, Cats running with the Bosse Bulldogs. Shot does not go, and then he gets his own rebound, so that's number 33, Xavier Burton, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I think Heichelbeck's going to pick that foul up.
So the foul is on the double nickels of Heichelbeck. 2:50 on the clock, 15-9's our score. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. They've led from the start. Short on the free throw is Burton. We got substitutions, including number 11, Teray Howell will check in. Sitting down will be Draydon Dunn.
For Jasper, Allbrand and Beekler came in, and Goodhue and Ernie went out.
And second foul shot drops for Burton, so first point for him makes it a 15-10 game. Jasper leads.
That Howell kid, number 11, that's out there, he's a freshman, so he must be pretty good for, you know, a freshman to be able to crack the playing time at Bosse.
Right.
I got a feeling he's probably pretty quick.
Right. He does average 7.5 points a ball game. They got 3 players that average double figures. He is their 5th leading scorer on the team. Drop down, Berger, nice set shot there, does not go. Drive to the basket, and we'll have a call for personal foul there to be 2 free throws for Matthew Wagner, number 10.
Allbrand's going to pick that one up, I believe. It's very, very, very important that Jasper, you know, gets back on defense tonight. I mean, it is obviously all the time, but, you know, I mean, Bosse's going to try to get the ball out and go just like they did there. And
right.
They're aggressive. They're going, when they get it, they're going to the hole with it. And that, you know, there we fouled them. So far it's worked out, but with the free throw miss.
The thing is, in their 6 games, I mean, they average 68.5 per game, but they've been pretty consistent with right around that. They actually had 4 games over 70 points with a high of 76 points when they beat Boonville 76-44. Second foul shot is good. So a point for Wagner and cut into that lead a little bit. Now it's just a 4-point lead for the Cats, 15-11. Englert in, and he throws it away.
He picked it up in the bad position again. You know what we said. He just got across the court, half court, and then he picked his dribble up, and then he had to make a bad pass out of it.
A nice play there by Howell from a stop and pop, so he makes it a 15-13 game. 2-point lead for the Cats. First 2 points for the freshman for Bosse. Good aggressive defense right there on Englert. Now he's looking for some help. He backs up a little bit. Beekler will attack, and he'll get it blocked by Burton. So Bosse coming to life here. Drive, shot does not go, and Gus will come down with the board with 1:23 to go and a 2-point lead for Jasper.
They helped
now
us
he
out
just
there.
handed it off. Too easy for Burton on that steal, an easy bucket the other way. So John Gable has seen enough as Bosse has tied this basketball game.
No, I don't think. I think he's given a warning to the Bosse for tapping the ball when it went through the basket, because I saw it go up against the block wall down there. So I think that's what that stop and play was all about.
Well, the main thing with this ball game, I mean, Wildcats are going to have to be well conditioned. So I think that's one way to combat that, obviously, is to have a lot of bodies, which Jasper will go 10 deep on their lineup. But Bosse's going to run them all night, I think. Allbrand with it. He's picked up by 42 Collier now. Englert. Gus stops. Short on the three-pointer. Burton will drive, and he gets the friendly roll. So Burton's having a nice quarter. 5 points for him, and now Bosse's got the lead, 17-15.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about them holding it for the last second shot.
Right. No. Again, it's their style of play, and it's working so far with a 6-0 record. And Gus just gets it blocked right there. Beautiful play by Collier. And quickly the other way. So Wagner gets a bucket. Now it's 19-15. This run is really extending now. Trying to think, was Jasper's lead? I think it was 15-9, so it's at least a 10-0 run right now.
Yeah, I believe you're right. But, you know, like we said earlier, you can't get into there. You know, that's why they press. They're trying to speed you up, you know. If you've got a shot, you want to shoot it, but you got to be under control.
And so Allbrand we're down to 8 seconds. Feeds into Gus, makes a move on the baseline, kicks it over to Beekler. Beekler steps back, but misses everything on that three. And the Bosse Bulldogs, who the Wildcats look like we're kind of in control of the basketball game and the tempo, but then finally it goes Bosse's way, and they extend to a 19-15 lead at the end of the quarter. So you're watching Wildcat basketball here on 18 WJTS. It's cool, Jason. That was pretty well fast and furious, wasn't it?
It was. You know, and most of the time when you play a team like Bosse, that's kind of what you got to expect. You know, and like we were saying, you know, they're running that little press that they're doing to try to speed you up. You know, and you got to play under control. If you've got a good shot out of it, you take it. If not, you got to run your offense. And, you know, it's too easy to get caught up in this. It's fun to play games like this, but if you're not a good team at playing this style of basketball, then that's where you get into trouble.
All right, so the Bulldogs with it. The freshman's still out there. That's Howell. And he's going to jack up a three. Misses it, though, but a long rebound comes down to number 30, Hood. Jerome Hood, who's checked in the ball game. Over to the corner. And a three-pointer is good by Collier. Ethan Collier gets his first bucket of the ball game, and Bosse continues on. It's a 12-0 run now.
There's a bad pass.
And bad shot, actually.
Oh, he traveled.
All right, so Foley the other way. This time, Wisely just puts it up and in on the layup, so he leads the Wildcats with 8 and finally breaks that spell. It's 22-17. Jasper trails by 5. Collier wastes no time, but wastes short, too.
One thing, you know, with a team like Bosse, they can shoot you back in the game because they don't necessarily take care of the ball.
A little stop and pop there.
I don't know what that was,
man.
but
they let it go, whatever it was. So it's a fourth point for Howell, and
Coach Gable called a full timeout here,
yeah.
So try to regroup them and get on them a little bit about getting back on defense, I think.
All right, so the Bulldogs leading the Wildcats by 7, 24-17 here on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Wildcats will have the basketball. John Gable, his 14th year at Jasper, 183 and 124 as the Wildcat coach. Bosse double team there and forces the Wildcats into, well, not quite a turnover as they step out of bounds there. So Jasper will hang on to the basketball.
Bosse actually got fortunate there because that guy threw the ball right back into Foley, and he was going in for 2 points,
right.
Easy 2 points.
24-17, Jasper trails by 7. They led by as many as 6 earlier in the ball game. Day stumbles there, and they catch him on the travel, so he kind of lost his footing a little bit there as he got to the lane.
He got into the lane and tried to set his foot to go up for a shot and kind of slipped out from under him.
Yep. 6:35 on the clock here, second quarter. Bulldogs led 19-15 after the first. Finishing off with a 10-0 run. Burton hands off. Three-pointer is long for Norris there. A good rebound and drive to the basket, but does not go for Hood. And here come the Wildcats quickly. Berger with a stop, and he ends up eating that one. 24-0 with a nice block, but Cats hang on. Foley attacks. Can't get the shot to go, and it's going to go off Foley.
Right there, you know, what Berger, Caleb did, you know, he didn't do anything wrong. He shot faked like you're supposed to, and he shot faked again. You know, you keep shot faking and you think you're going to get an open shot, but they have so many guys. I mean, you know, their 5 guys that are out there are all very, very athletic.
Right.
And, you know, they can get down off of a jump and get back up, and that's what happens.
Drive to the basket there, but Foley showing his athleticism with that nice block.
Nice block there, but I'm not sure why somebody didn't go get the ball from him. That's over and back.
Yeah, Day got in a little bit of trouble over here on the right sideline.
I mean, Foley gets the rebound down here on defense, and our guards and our outlets are all already past half court.
Yeah.
You know, and he had to make that pass over here, and Day had to try to walk the tightrope and couldn't get it done.
Attack to the basket there by Nunn does not go, so Jasper comes up with a chance to cut into this 7-point lead, 24-17. Bosse leads the Wildcats. Feed down low into Goodhue. Pass.
I don't think Bosse's seen a bad shot. I think every shot they see they think is a good one, because if I was coaching them, I would be furious at some of these shots they've been taking. But I guess their philosophy is get it up on the board and try to get a rebound. And
kind of like the Loyola Marymount game years ago.
That could have been a moving screen. We got lucky there.
Ernie gets his 6th point of the ball game.
But here they come.
And they're quickly, So Dunn the other way, he's got 7. So I was going to say Jasper cuts it to 5, but then Bosse puts it right back at 7, 26-19. 4:45 on the clock is good, Hugh thinks, but doesn't.
See, now this is better. We slowed it down.
Foley with a nice board and putting it back up. And I'll tell you what, you know, again, Foley, just an incredible athlete for his size, too. Good rebound, put back up by the Bulldogs, but not able to finish it there was Burton. Now Cats coming the other way, trailing by 5, 26-21. Ernie gets it hanging on the top of the backboard, and it drops off.
It's a good thing they're not hitting all their shots down there, because they're getting some, 5-footers. And
right.
Now, a lot of them aren't quality shots, but they're close range anyways.
All right, so substitutions getting ready for both teams. A couple players coming in for both.
Brandon Mundy for Jasper.
And for the Bulldogs, Kyer comes back in, and also the freshman Howell, number 11. So Ernie 1 of 2 on that trip.
He can shoot it a little bit.
Yeah. 29-22 with the three-pointer there.
Whoa.
And Foley throws it away.
They get you in that scramble mode, and you just...
Three-pointer short there. Follow goes up by Jameer, but doesn't finish.
So there's another one. I mean, fortunately, that's 2 points they didn't get that they should have had.
Right.
We're not doing a very good job of blocking out. When the shot goes up, we're standing watching instead of finding a man and blocking him out.
Mooney missed a shot, but Goodhue steals it there on the rebound. Now you got a three-pointer by Ernie, doesn't go. 29-22, Bosse with a 7-point lead. Stop and pop there, rolls around, does not go, and Foley with the board. Norris pressure on Ernie, backs off.
They don't run much offense. It's about whoever brings it down and make a pass or two and fire it up.
Right.
The thing that'll work against these guys, and if you watch, is the back cuts, because they like they're lazy on defense. They get out there and then they stop, and if you back cut hard, you can get open.
Right, because they're not paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Foley in the post. Tries to use his muscle, and he does to get that shot up and the foul. So a good job. Foley's having a career night tonight, 12 points. And a chance to add one.
Foley's got the athleticism to get in there and battle with them, and also the size and the strength.
Yep.
You know, and that's what's playing a big part for him tonight.
Beekler comes in. Day comes in. Ernie's going to sit, and Foley get a chance to sit if he hits his free throw. Heichel back over there on the scores table. 2:36, 5-point game, 29-24. Foley hits, so 13 points for him. So he'll get a rest there. 2:36 on the clock. Bosse Bulldogs with the ball, leading by 4.
Need a good defensive stop here. Give them one shot, get a rebound.
Howell, the freshman, drills one.
He's not afraid to shoot for a freshman.
Not at all.
I mean, he's got the green light about like any of the other ones do out there, I believe.
Pushes it back to a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. 32-25, Gus in a little trouble, then feeds down low. Beekler recovers.
They're so quick that, you know, you think you're open, and by the time you get the ball and get ready to shoot, there's somebody on you.
Gus with a post move, but he eats it and then gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. First 2 points for Gus Heichelbeck and makes it a 5-point game, and then quickly the other way. I got to pay attention to these guys shooting the basketball.
You don't have time to look down. I
started. Can't even tell you the score.
I started to keep stats tonight, and I thought, nah, this isn't going to be a good night to try that.
Right. 34-27, 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. 1:24 on the clock. Gus gives it up to Day. Day's going to launch the three, in and out. So the Bulldogs will quickly come the other way. Jameer with it. Attacks towards the lane. Norris pulls up, drops it down. Nice play there.
Very nice pass. Everybody was looking for him to shoot it, and he shot faked, and somebody left their man and left him wide open.
Heichelbeck. Spin move, gets position, but short on the shot.
Uh-oh.
Long pass there. Cats are able to retrieve it. Good job by Mundi to knock it away. Allran attacks. Cross court over to Beekler. He's left all alone. Ooh, Gus had a chance, and he threw it right back to the defense.
His defensive guy come around the side of him, and Gus didn't realize it because all he had to do was drop step, and he had a layup.
Right. 36-27, Bulldogs lead the Cats here on 18 WJTS. All right, the pace continues for both these basketball teams. Quick up and down the court, quick shots. 36-32 is our score as we have 28 seconds to go. Bosse bringing it across. Wagner gives it up. Three-pointer from the top of the key. Coming back in the ball game is Deidre Nunn. He's got 2 3-pointers on the night. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs, and they'll get the basketball back.
Unforced turnover there. We just turned and threw it too far in front of the guy that was cutting down the floor.
So 12 seconds. 39-27, Bulldogs lead. Wagner makes his move. He's going to take it all the way, and Foley blocks it, and the heave won't go. So they were, I think, wanted maybe a goaltend on that.
It was
no call.
It was close.
I couldn't
really tell from way up here, but I thought their coach was going to argue about it, but he wasn't. I think he was just talking to his players.
All right, well, Jason Stamm, let's think about this. Jasper held an early lead. We're up 15-9 at one particular point, but since then the Bulldogs have just run it, outscoring the Wildcats 30-18 during that run there to build this 12-point lead. So what kind of adjustments can we make?
Well, I think probably the biggest one that coach is probably going to talk about at halftime is getting back on defense. You know, we've got to get back and stop them. 2, you got to block out. You got to allow one shot and one shot only. You know, and with guys that are as athletic as what Bosse is, blocking them out means you got to get them out of there. You can't just put a body on them because they're quick enough, they're long enough, they're tall enough, they can jump and go right over the top of you. So when you block out, you got to put a body in them and, you know, bust them out of there, get them out. I think, you know, that part of it, and then I'd say also he'll probably get on them a little bit about what we talked about, you know, when Bosse's pressing to you got to be under control, you know, and we've made a couple bad passes because we're getting caught up into trying to play too fast of a pace than what we're used to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we can run our press breaker and we're good at it, and that's what we got to get in that habit. Pass fakes against teams like this are amazing because you can pass fake and those guys are going to go flying because they're looking for a steal and an easy bucket on the other end. So if you have that pass fake, they go flying by, you got your back cut. I mean, the first couple buckets that we scored in the game Ernie had, they were on backdoor cuts.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I said a while ago. Those are the type of cuts and those are the type of things that will work against a team that plays aggressive man-to-man like they do.
Right.
You know, they get after it in a man-to-man on a half court. They like to run and trap. They like to cause havoc. I mean, that's the bottom line. They try to disrupt everything you're trying to do.
Right.
And Jasper right now needs somebody, you know, whether it's Berger, whether it's Day, whether it's whoever, somebody's got to get these guys under control and calm them down and say, hey, you know, let's play our game. Quit playing their game. Play what we do and practice every day, and let's work on doing those things.
Well, can it also be, I mean, as far as bringing it up, you know, the Cats seem like we're trying to run the same pace and all that, just kind of slowly bringing it up, allowing us to set up, you know, on the other court and maybe trying to make it a half-court game?
I think, I mean, if for us to get back in the game, that's what we've got to turn it into a half-court game for us. And on the defensive end, you know, we've got to get back because, you know, I don't know how many transition points they've got, but they've got quite a few.
Right.
And if they don't get the point off the transition, they're getting the rebound and the putback.
Right.
So, you know, that's why I said you got to block out. You can't allow them to have more than one shot. You know, we were talking a while ago. I'm not sure if they even run an offense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like one or two passes and somebody's jacking it up. And, and they're counting on their athleticism and stuff to be able to get the rebounds.
Yeah. All right, well, we're at halftime. We'll take a break here. Jasper trailing 39-27 to the Bosse Bulldogs here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're at halftime here at Evansville Bosse High School. The Wildcats trailing the Bulldogs by 12, 39-27. And Jason Stamm, of course, also the president of Jasper Youth Baseball. And Jason, it looks like you got an announcement in regards to registration and how we're going to do it based on the, you know, COVID situation that we've been dealing with.
Yeah, that's right, Craig. You know, we had a board meeting here a couple weeks ago, and, you know, we decided that it was the best interest of everybody and to not hold the open enrollment like we have in the past at the Hobbick Center. So what the board decided to do this year was, you know, we're sending the registration forms home with the kids at school. Actually, they were delivered to the schools today. So people can start looking for them, you know, here next week. And then if they don't see one, they can email me at jasperyouthbaseball85@gmail.com, and I'll email them one. They can also pick one up at the Hobbick Center or at the Sports Garden. I talked with Rick Begley, and he said, yeah, that's no problem. We could set some in there. So if somebody doesn't get one through school or whatever, they've got a couple of options to be able to get them. Once they get them, they need to complete the registration form along with the payment, and they can mail it. There's an address, the Hobbick Center or Jasper Park and Rec address is on the form. Okay. So they can send it back if they want through the mail, or they can drop it off at the Hobbick Center along with the check for the fee. We also did attach the COVID release form that we used last year that we want everybody to sign. You know, and I had a Little League district meeting last Saturday, and we talked about it a little bit at that meeting with all the people in District 13, and they basically have told us to proceed like we're going to have a normal season.
Right. Okay.
So that's basically what we're doing. You know, if things shake out differently, we'll address that as it comes up. But for right now, that's what we're looking to do. But the registration form and payments are due back by January 31st to the Hobbick Center. If you don't get it back in then, there'll be a late fee, just like there has been in the past when we had the open enrollment. So if anybody has any questions on any of it, they can feel free to email me or call me. We tried putting it on the website, but we're having a little issue getting the form on there. So
Okay.
So anyways, that's kind of where we're at with that. So let's go back to basketball.
That's right. All right, and Connor Foley actually is going to be called for the foul down low, trying to get position down there. So the offensive foul goes on Foley. It's his second personal foul. So Bosse will have it back, just underway here in the third quarter. Foley led the Wildcats with 13 points in that first half. And good defense by Day, and actually forces.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he was trying to go with dribbling the basketball, because he just dribbled himself right over into that corner.
Right, yeah, and right out of bounds.
Yeah.
All right, so the Cats get it back on the turnover, 39-27. Ernie with it. He had 7 points in the first half.
Looks like both teams are back with their starters.
Berger cannot get the three-pointer to go, and Connor can't get the rebound. So here come the Bulldogs on the left side. Three-pointer quickly launched over there, and now Foley cannot handle it, and it falls right into the hands of Dunn.
They had three guys underneath the rebound there, and we had one. Foley was the only one there.
Yeah.
And that's what we've got to do a better job of that.
12 points for Dunn, and there's.
See, now that's how you want to break the press. You pass the ball, be under control, and we did a lot better job with it there. So if you do that enough, they'll get out of it.
Right.
They'll realize, hey, this ain't working.
So Dunn being very aggressive with his ball game tonight. Like I mentioned, he's got 12 points. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Bosse will retain possession. That last bucket over there by Ernie, he's got 9. Trying to run the inbounds. Norris averaging 20 points a game, but not really getting asserted offensively tonight, and that one misses everything by Dunn. So 41-29. And
then we turn around and make a silly turnover on the other end. I mean, you can't do that if you're trying to fight back into a ball game.
Right. So Bulldogs bring it up. They're coached by Shane Burkhart. He is in his 13th year for the Bulldogs. Had quite a bit of success. It's a nice feed down low, but Foley with a nice block and kind of forces a fadeaway follow-up there by
It was a nice block by Foley, but it was even a nicer pass by, I don't know who made it, but it was right there on the dime.
Right. All right, 6:19 on the clock here, 41-29. Bulldogs lead by 12. Inbound play, and it works to perfection there as number 10 drills it. That's Wagner. He's got 5 points. 43-29, 14-point lead. The ball gets knocked out of bounds, but Cats will hang on.
You know, I was thinking of this at halftime when we were sitting here. I remember a long time ago when we were in high school and we would practice for teams like this. You know, you can't simulate what Bosse does out there.
Right.
Because you don't have the quickness and the athleticism that they do.
Right.
To be able to do that.
All right, so Foley's going to get the basket, and there's a blocking foul. So that's going to be called on Jameer Ajabadi. So Foley's got the bucket. He's got 15 and a chance for another one.
But we, you know, the way we would try to simulate it is you would put extra guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you would put six, seven
seven
guys out there playing against, you know. That's about the only way you can, you know, try to do it.
Right.
Because you can't, like I said, you can't, there's no way to simulate it.
So the night continues for Foley. He's got 16 and short on that shot, but it's going to be a foul on Berger. So Dunn's going to get a chance to shoot two as Gus comes in or gets ready to check in.
I don't know what happened to Goodyear. It looked like he got hit in the face or the mouth or something. 2 shots, so he's got to wait till after the first one.
Right. All right, so Dunn with 12 points. He leads Bosse right now. Pops the first.
You know, I'm sitting here, and that guy just dribbled the ball, you know, and it just echoes in here. But, you know, you're sitting here and you look at the amount of fans and stuff that are here, you know, and for high school basketball in Indiana, this is abnormal. But I bet, you know, you go to a lot of other states, this is probably how it is all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But in Indiana, you know, you pack these places.
Oh, yeah. You pack it, you got your bands playing and everything else, so the
Yeah.
atmosphere is different. Obviously, students can't come in, so it's just basically family and of each players. And quickly the other way come the Bulldogs. So again, they just waste no time as Norris gets a bucket there, 6 points for him, and now they lead by 15 and a timeout on the floor. 47-32, Cats trail here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Gus will inbound for the Wildcats. 5:42 on the clock. Cats trailing by 15. Gus gets it over to Berger. Back to Dave. Ernie baseline. Gus with the jumper, and it goes in. So Gus has got 4. Hits that elbow jumper and makes it a 47-34 game. Nunn, left-handed shot doesn't go. Here comes Heichelbrecht. He'll bring it up. Berger on the right side.
You got a huge size advantage inside with Gus in there.
Foley hands off.
We need to work that a little bit more.
Well, they gave Ernie the opening, and he took it, so he's got 9. Makes it an 11-point game, 47-36. Cats just need to continue to trim this. Jumper doesn't go, and so here comes Foley, and then Norris stole it, and then Cats get it right back. Dave, I don't think I agreed with that shot he took there, but he's able to throw it off the Bosse player.
Wasn't a, you know, I mean, it's a hustle play, but it's not the shot that you want out of there.
All right, so Jasper has a chance to get it to single digits now, trailing by 11 on the inbound here. Gus, the corner. Norris picks up Day there. Now Berger on the left wing.
See, Gus, yeah, there's what you got to do.
Nice move, and he can't get it to go, though. Good rebound there by Ernie to keep it alive. Now Connor with the jumper, short, gets his own board. Stuck in the lane there. He's going to have to step out, but they don't call it. Jumper by Berger doesn't go.
They're letting them play a little bit under there.
Yeah.
There was about 2 or 3 fouls that could have been called on either side there. Whoa.
Long three-pointer drops, so a good shot there. He's having a nice ball game. That is Matthew Wagner. 10 points for him. Now Ernie on the left wing. Gets his own follow and doesn't go.
Here they go, off to the races.
Oh, no look pass, but
yeah, no look, but he forgot he should have looked because somebody was in the way.
that was Foley, and Foley with a nice block there. But then they call the foul after the shot.
Got him, I think he got him with his body, but it could have very easily been left go. But
right. And I guess they're going to give him 2.
That's 3 on Foley, so he's probably going to have to take a little breather here. Which he's the one that's kind of breathing life into us a little bit.
Yeah, really. 3 fouls on him, 4 fouls on the Cats, 1 foul on Bosse. And the foul shot is good. So Burton's got 6 points. Bosse's 3 for 3 in the second half after 2 of 3 in the first half at the foul line.
Mundy and Beekler came in for Ernie and Foley.
51-36. And he's short on that one. Battle on the floor, and Bosse comes up with it. Feet over and left-handed layup and in. Nice job there by Wagner. So he's having a big quarter, 7 points. Now
reach around steal. It just
And
goes to
don't
show you
hesitate.
how fast they can turn things around.
Right.
You know, I mean, you go from, I don't know what it was. They scored, 5, 7 points real quick there, you know, and you're at a 13-point game or something, and then next thing you know, it's 20 in just like 5 seconds.
Yeah, because basically it was an 11-point ball game not too long ago, and now you're looking at a 20-point ball game. So 3:05 on the clock. Jasper trails by 20, 56-36 here on 18 WJTS. All right, the Wildcats with the basketball. A little pressure there by the Bulldogs after that timeout. Albrand feeds it down to Gus, a little shot fake, and they're going to actually call a foul on the floor.
We got lucky there because there was a couple passes that were a little questionable, but what they do with their press, they don't really trap out of it. They just kind of they gamble. You know, they try to read where you're going to pass the ball.
Gus was short on that, so he fouls it.
He knew it because as soon as he shot it, he took off running.
Now he's down in the blocks and can't get it to go. But he gets the follow, so good touch there by Gus on the follow-up. He's got 6 points. 18-point lead, though. And the freshman with a little nifty move hits his 3rd three-pointer of the night. 13 points for Teray Howell.
It's amazing how fast he gets his shot up. I mean, he's 5'7", so he's by far the shortest guy on the floor. There's a nice shot by Albrand in the paint.
First 2 for him.
He's, you know, the kid's 5'7".
He goes between his legs there. Now they feed down into Dunn. Dunn gets the bucket up and in, makes it a 21-point lead now. Ball gets knocked away, and they're going to say Jasper basketball. Went off Beekler. So Spencer's going to check in.
I don't know turnover-wise, but, I mean, we've got way too many. I mean,
you don't even need to know the numbers.
No, you don't.
All right, so the Bulldogs with 1:46. Howell will bring it up. And the thing with his, I mean, he can't weigh more than 130 pounds.
No. At 5'7", like I said, some of them 6th graders that I coach, I think are taller than him.
Yeah. He's quick, though. Look at him get after it.
Oh, yeah.
Engler?
I'll guarantee you.
Mundy knocks down the 3.
Gus Heichelbeck's brother Joe's on my 6th grade team, and I guarantee he's bigger than what
he definitely is.
Than what this kid is.
All right, so ball gets knocked away there. Actually, a personal foul they call?
Yeah, they called a hand check, which I don't understand the way they've been letting them play all night, and then they want to call that.
So Engler picks up that foul. 5 fouls on the Wildcats, 2 on the Bulldogs. 1:09 on the clock here, third quarter. 18-point lead for the Bulldogs. We got the Dogs versus Cats, and the Dogs are winning. Short on the jumper there. Engler will bring it up. Inside a minute. Into the corner, three-point shot does not go. That was Albright who launched that one.
Look out.
Sloppiness, and the Cats come up with it.
Now we got to take care of it and not give it back.
And Beekler gets eaten alive down low. Now,
That was
quick
tipped.
pass over there and is tipped on by the Wildcats. Yep. So Bulldogs will have it, 34.7. 18-point lead for them. Norris gets it on the inbound. The Cats have done the job shutting him down, but everybody else has kind of picked up the slack. Balanced scoring here for the Bulldogs tonight. 20 seconds. They're going to try to set something up. Maybe for the first time tonight, right?
I think it might be. They're actually trying to run a play here. We'll see how that turns out for them.
9 seconds. Norris. We go one-on-one against Engler. And he loses the handle, and they're going to call Engler for a second foul. So that's 6 fouls now.
You got to move your feet and stay between the basketball and the rim, and you're okay. I mean, he did a good job, but he bailed him out right there at the last second when he reached in and tried to slap it.
2.3, and they get a open look, does not go, and that will finish the quarter. So the Bulldogs led by 12 at halftime, and they finished the third up by 18, 61-43 here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Jason, we were just talking there. I mean, the Wildcats, their highest output scoring so far this year is 60 points, and if they score 60 tonight, it's not enough, is it?
Not going to be enough. Going to be one short, but you know, you need to finish this game strong. You know, keep making some corrections on some things. Oh, boy. Oh, he finally missed one.
All right, so Cats come the other way as Howell missed that 3. Quick down low into Connor. So Connor, and another foul. So Connor's had 2 and 1s tonight. Give him 18 points. So career night for Connor Foley continues.
You know, and it's just a little showing of what, you know, you can expect out of him. I mean, you know, he can play like this every night. And that's what he's going to need to do.
All right, so he misses the free throw. And he should have 20 points. He missed that dunk if he just goes up for a layup. But, oh, wait. I guess we had a lane violation there. So Connor will get another chance to get that 19th point.
I guess that's what it was. I don't know. I heard him say something about 24 white, but.
Well, same output.
Yeah.
All right, 61-45. Howell. Be interesting just to see how he develops. He's just a freshman again. Foley comes up with the board. Day's been held in check tonight. Leading scorer for the Wildcats, just 2 points. Gus makes his move. Nice shot fake, gets it up and in. I think he's starting to get a little bit better feel down there in the blocks. But quickly the other way. Doesn't go. Now Foley's got the break. If he can control. And I can't get it to go, though. Should have used the glass there. Now, oh, boy.
Oh.
Okay, I thought he threw it away.
I did too.
Hit a weird angle from up here, but, man, Howell showing his ability to just recover and get it down court for a quick, easy bucket for Wagner, and we got a timeout. So 63-47, Jasper trails here on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Cats will have the basketball, and they'll face a full court press here, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing, you know, I'm sure coaches are stressing to them is, and for the most part, we're good at it, is keep playing hard. You know, don't give up. Don't look at the scoreboard.
Right.
Just play hard, and don't worry about what the score says. For the most part, you know, we talked about this, I think, when we played Wrights that night, about how kids from Jasper, work hard and they're blue-collar people, and they do a good job. And I think that's, in a game like this, that's what Coach wants to see. And, I mean, you look at it now, it's back down to 13.
Yeah.
So, the game ain't over.
Because that three-point.
Because they don't, for one thing, they don't rebound the ball very well.
Yeah. Well, there's no blocking out. No such thing anymore.
No, it's use my athleticism to out-jump or
out-quick you.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got 6 minutes to go. You're only down 13, but you got to have stops on this end.
Right.
And no turnovers on the other end.
Well, that's just the game itself. I mean, heck, the college game, IU Purdue the other night, I didn't see hardly any blocking out, at least on the Indiana side. All right, so rebound comes down and back up there, does not go for Burton. Now the Cats have a chance to even trim it further. Make it an 11-point game here. And Gus from the three, but can't get it to go. But a battle for the rebound, and he just has to throw it out of bounds because Foley was falling down there. So, but again, good. Cats, like I said, just not giving up and, continue to play hard basketball. Who knows what can happen.
Yep, that's exactly right. I mean, we've said it all night long. Bosse can shoot you right back in the game. And, I mean, I don't know how many two-footers they've missed,
Well, and the thing is, I mean, as far as Foley's having a great night tonight, 18 points. And now Gus is starting to assert his game in the second half. He's got 2, 4, 6, 9 points already. So Wildcat Big's doing the job tonight. Three-pointer doesn't go. And the other thing, too, is that they can, if they go cold, because, again, they're so quick on just launching up shots and everything, this is just a good opportunity. But you cannot lose possession. Because every possession from here on out with 5 minutes to go, you really want to get back in this game. Every possession is just valuable.
Yep, there's no doubt. You can't have empty trips down the floor.
No.
You got to play good defense, and when you do, and you get a rebound, you got to convert on the other end, and that's how you got it from 21 back down to 13. Well, now it's back to 15.
Right. That's a first bucket for Hood. Jerome Hood makes it a 15-point ball game. So the Cats had their chances there, and again, still time on the clock, but it is dwindling away with 4:47 to go. Gus will hand the back off to Ernie, but the steal right behind. So here comes number 10. That's Wagner with another bucket, and he's having a great second half. He's got 11 points, 14 on the ball game.
That's what, here again, God, you can't have this. I mean, we got lucky there that they called the travel, but, it's the fact that we were even in that position.
Yeah. All right, so Day's going to sit and Ernie's going to sit. So he's going to see if he can get a little bit better play out of Albrand, and also Mundiv checked in. 17-point lead for the Bulldogs. Cats with the ball. Again, early on, the Wildcats kind of controlled the first few minutes of the first quarter, led 15-9 before Bosse finished with a 10-0 run to finish the quarter. Foley attacks, and he'll go to the line. I guess this won't be a shooting foul, will it?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. All right, so that's just the fourth foul on the Bulldogs. 7 fouls on Jasper, and second foul called on number 33 for the Bulldogs, Xavier Burton. 67-50, Cats will inbound, trailing the Bulldogs. Good job by Gus to get that shot, but a little bit short, though. And Cats will hang on.
Bosse does everything they can to try to help you.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, that's the thing. If they get a team that can kind of fight fire with fire a little bit more.
Yeah. Which, it'll be a good matchup with them and Heritage Hills in the sectional.
Albrand's three doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Wagner on the right side. He'll dribble up, make a spin move, back up top, work around the perimeter there, and Nunn's going to back it up a little bit. 3:52. Dogs with a 17-point lead over the Cats. Oh, look at that. Wide open. What happened there, Jason?
They set a back screen. Guy passed the ball to the top of the key, and then the guy on the low post come out and set a back screen on him and left him wide open.
So
and that's just a lack of communication on Jasper's part, that when your guy's going to set that screen, you either got to be there to help it or you got to let him know that it's coming.
Yeah.
That was actually a set play that Bosse ran, which was kind of shocking.
Yeah.
They haven't run too many tonight, but
now Coach Gable, I think, is calling off the Dogs. He brings out his two big men who lead the Wildcats in scoring tonight, and that's Foley, who's got 18 tonight, and Heichelbeck with 11.
Yeah, he's got Wallace, Schmidt, Albrand, Mundy, and Englert in there right now.
All right, so 19-point lead, 3:14 to go. Ajabody's got it, and gives it up. All right, we got a whistle here, and Coach Burton, or Burkhardt, I mean.
I think he called a double foul.
Huh, okay. So Wallace gets one of them. And if it's a double foul and somebody's in the bonus, I guess that's a wash too, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the Bulldogs will hang on, 2:56. Mundy against Nunn now.
This is as slow a pace as what we've had all night.
Yeah.
You actually catch your breath.
And so the Bulldogs just looking to close it out. Plenty of time on the clock. Just running their controlled offense. Oh. Yeah, they're just looking for that open play down low, but ball gets kicked away by Mundy there. He was trying to find Burton on the blocks.
42's coming back in.
That's Ethan Collier. He had 5 points in the first half, but hasn't played much in the second half, although 5 points came in the second quarter with a three-pointer and a bucket. 2:27 on the clock. Bosse looking to close out and win their 7th game of the season, second conference game. And continues, 20 points now for Nunn. He has doubled his regular season scoring output of 10 points per game.
Now, I don't know why Bosse's not putting their reserves in, and the fact they're still pressing.
Mundy can't hit from the corner. 2:03. 21-point lead for the Bulldogs, and again, it's just not been the night for Julian Norris, but hasn't needed to be. Averages 20 points a game. He's got 7 tonight. Check out 9, actually. All right, so Schmidt with it. Feed into Wallace, back over to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to shoot the 3 short. Rebound comes down to Collier. Now they're starting to empty the bench over on the White side. 1:27 on the clock. $71.50.
They may not get in the game.
Have to run this down. Somebody's going to shoot it. Oh,
or foul.
No call, though. All right, now they call
Now they call foul. Yeah. After two guys just about murder each other. I don't know who you call it on, but you had to call that on somebody.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we're going to see for the first time, that is Adrian Shields, number 41. And
32.
32 is Hurley Esters. And the freshman comes back in, or he's looking to come back in. He'll check in for Nunn.
Yeah.
Nunn's one to add to his total. He's got 20 points tonight. Good roll on the free. 3 for 3 on the night for him. 21 points. More subs coming in.
52 and 41. 45. 45.
So Adonimi Parker is 52 and
45.
Dalen Fox Boone is 45. Second foul shot doesn't go. I think none wanted to stay in. Bulldogs get the board. And there's an open jumper. So Fox Boone gets a bucket. 52 seconds and a quick foul. I think none just want to get his curtain call. There you go.
He wanted to get his.
So 21 points for Draydon Nunn, and he was consistent all night. 5 points in the first, 5 points in the second, 6 points in the third, and 5 points in the fourth for his 21 points. 74-50, 48 seconds, Cats. First game against the Bosse Bulldogs in a number of years.
It's been a while, that's for sure.
Oh, look at that block. Coast to coast, and good job, though, by Englert to knock it away. But, man, high up in the air is Parker, number 52.
I like to see that out of Englert, though. You know, I mean, it would have been, it's 24-point game, 30 seconds left. He could have just easily let the guy go in for the layup. But, no, that's the way we play basketball and the way they're taught, you know, to play hard. You play till the buzzer sounds.
Absolutely. And they're doing it too, though.
Yeah.
So the ball gets knocked away there. That's number 52, Parker. Cats will hang on. But, you know, every time you're on the court, it's still an opportunity to improve yourself. You know, you're playing the basketball game. You're looking to improve.
That's exactly right. You know, coaches watch all the way to the final buzzer.
Yeah.
You know,
you're looking to improve and to prove yourself because, again, there's only so many spots on the court. I know we use a lot of bodies when we play the games, but you know, Englert would love to play more minutes, and everybody would. But all right, so the Bulldogs take over in this basketball game and win it 74-50. So, Jason, what are your thoughts on the ball game?
Well, you know, I think there was a lot of things that we could have done and should have done better. I don't want to say different. I just want to think that we should have done them better.
Right.
You know, obviously we didn't do a very good job of handling the press. We got caught up into playing the fast pace. You know, when you're playing against teams like this that are more athletic than you are, you know, you have to do the small things. And I don't feel like that, you know, we did that very well tonight. You know, you have to block out. You can only allow them one shot. You know, you have to play good defense. You just have to do all the small things in the game of basketball to beat teams that are more athletic and things like that. You know, it is what it is. You know, we fortunate enough we have a short turnaround. You know, we get right back at it tomorrow night at Washington. Mm-hmm. That'll be it'll be a different game.
Totally different game, yeah.
You know, Washington, you know, and I have no idea what their record is. I don't have any idea. I haven't seen nothing on them. But, you know, Gene Miller's the coach over there. He's been around forever.
Right.
You know, he's a very good coach, well respected. You know, he's going to have his kids ready to play tomorrow night, I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we're playing on the road tonight and have to turn around and go on the road tomorrow night, but you don't need excuses. You just need results, you know, and right now that's what the coaching staff, you know, I'm sure they're going to come in the morning, probably do a little shoot around, talk a little bit about Washington, and try to regroup and take the bus ride over to Washington tomorrow night and get off the bus and be ready to play.
Right.
You can't dwell on the things that happened tonight. Use it as a learning tool. You know, obviously, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, we need to work on and we need to do better.
Well, and the other thing, too, with this, just tonight's game, okay, we had an opportunity right there where we cut it to an 11-point game, And, you know, again, it's just, I feel like in a game like tonight, we just never really valued every single possession.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, we talked about it there in the fourth quarter. You know, you cut it down. You can't have empty trips, and you can't give up easy baskets on the other end.
Right.
And when I say an empty trip, I don't necessarily mean a missed shot, but a turnover is an empty trip because
Right.
you didn't even get a shot at the basket.
You didn't.
So, you know, you can't have those in games like this where you're trying to fight your way back.
Yeah.
You know, in all honesty, you can't have them ever.
No. No.
You know, a game like Southridge the other night, you couldn't have them then because
Right.
you were right there in a dog fight.
Yeah.
Tonight, you know, you're trying to claw your way back. You can't have them then. You know, if you've got the lead, you can't have them. So,
Yeah.
you know, and that's the thing that, you know, as a team, we got to learn to take care of the basketball.
Right.
Again, you know, we didn't keep turnover stats, but you really didn't need to tonight because it was evident, you know,
Right.
what happened. You know, it'd be interesting to see the shot chart, not the shot chart, but the shot attempts
The
for
numbers,
both
yeah.
teams, because I felt like Bosse had a lot of shots.
Right.
You know, they didn't convert them all by far, but, you know, we didn't do a very good job of blocking them out. Again, like I said, they're more athletic, they're long, and, you know, you got to get a body in them and you got to get them out of there. But, you know, again, the effort's there. You know, I'm sure, you know, the coaches will tell you that, you know, but they expect that. You
Right.
know, they expect that every night.
You're right.
You know, and you and I can't sit here and analyze this game as one way or another because, you know, maybe these guys worked on stuff in practice this week to prepare for tonight, and they didn't execute it.
Yeah.
So the coaching staff may come up here after a while, and when you talk to them, they may not be very happy
Right.
because
Yeah.
they thought they had them prepared for tonight, and when they came down here to run it or to do it, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't sit here and try to second guess things or figure it out. You know, obviously that interview you'll have with the coach will basically let you know, what do they think.
Right.
Doesn't matter what you and I think.
Yeah.
It means more what they do than what we
Exactly.
do. But
Well,
you know, we're just again, I think, you know, we're still that team without an identity. You know, I don't think we you know, I thought maybe the other night, you know, the second half and there at the end of the Southridge game, I thought, you know, maybe this is the thing that's going to get us over the hump.
Sure.
But tonight's just, you know, it's one of those nights you got to think about it on the bus ride home, and when you get off the bus at home, you got to forget it. It's over with,
Right.
and you got to be ready to move on to tomorrow. And if you're not, you know, you're going to go to Washington and could have the same result, you know. And it doesn't matter if you lose by 20, whatever it was tonight, or if you lose by 2. You know, a loss is a loss, and you know, a lot of times, you know, coaches will judge it on how you play, you know, and I talk about that with my 6th graders all the time. You know, I said, guys, I don't even look at the scoreboard. I don't, you know, and it's different at 6th grade by far than what
Sure.
it is at this
Right.
level. But,
Right. But
you know, I
it's-
said
it's all part of the
it's a
learning
growing
process of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, and I tell them all the time, guys, I want to know how we play. You know, if we play well and we get beat, so what?
Yeah.
If we don't play well and we get beat, yeah, then I'm not going to be very happy. And, you know, and you and I can't sit up here and analyze whether we play well or not because we are not with these guys every day at practice like the coaches are.
Right.
They know what to expect, you know. It is what it is, and like I said, you just have to be ready to go tomorrow night.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, 2-6 on the season, but I don't feel like this is a bad basketball team.
No, it's not.
I mean, I don't. I mean, because there's a lot of athletes. We were able to interchange a lot of guys in there. I mean, you know, Connor Foley with 18 points tonight. I mean, you know, so this game probably obviously helps build his confidence and what he thinks he can, or what he believes he can do on the court. You know.
Well, there's no doubt. You know, I'm gonna give you a little homework for tomorrow night when we show up over at Washington. Figure out how many we've played. How many games you said now?
It's our
8.
Yeah, 2-6, 8th game. Yep.
How many? Who's been the leading scorer for each game? How many different leading scorers have we had?
Yeah.
because, and there's nothing wrong with that,
Right.
because it's showing some balance, but you also have some guys that might be the leading scorer one night and the next night only have 2 or 4 points.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets tough sometimes.
Sure. Because actually Day came into the night averaging 14 points a game. He had double figures the other night, but only scores 2 points tonight. And that was early in the first quarter.
And sometimes that, that happens, but it's hard to win when that happens because, Foley had a great night tonight, but, some other guys didn't.
Right.
You need to be clicking on all cylinders. You need them all to have good nights.
Right.
Especially against a team like Bosse.
Right.
Now, some of the teams we play, you don't necessarily have to do that, but
Yeah.
some of them you've got to have everything clicking on all cycles and all cylinders, and and it's not easy to do when you're dealing with high school age kids.
I agree.
So,
all right, well, we'll take a break here. Coach John Gable on his way up to have a count.
huh?
Yes, I did. Jason Allbrand picking on me for my survival of my ski trip. All right, so 74-50, Jasper falls to Bosse. We'll be back right after this with Coach John Gable on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at Evansville Bosse. We got Coach John Gable. And, Coach, coming into the ball game, you're taking on a team that is 6-0, now 7-0. And, obviously you're going to be one of the teams that's going to probably be up at the top of this conference and everything. Game plan tonight. What was the game plan and how was it executed?
Well, the biggest part of the game plan was not to turn the ball over, and we did that 22 times. So
22. Wow. We lost count early.
Well, and I think they got 8 points off of those turnovers, but that doesn't count. That's in transition off the turnover. That doesn't count, how them getting points in that possession.
Yeah.
So, that really hurt us. 22 turnovers against a team like that. And, you expect a couple because they're going to press you. They're quick. They have long arms, and their lateral speed is so good. But we knew what to do. Jump stop, ball fake, pass fake. And when we did that, they were out of position, and we got the ball to the next guy.
Yeah.
Just too many times tonight we let them speed us up and get us out of control.
Right.
We thought we were going to play up and down the floor and be loosey-goosey, and we learned a valuable lesson. That's not going to happen against this team.
Well, and the thing is, that's their game.
Right.
So if you get kind of caught up in the way they want to play, it's just tough to compete.
And I don't mind that zone press they ran because, in a way, that slows the game down a little bit because, our press breaker is designed to beat that. When we executed it, beat it every time. And then we'd get in the half court and we'd travel or we'd get trapped and panic and throw the ball to them. And it's just you have to give Bosse some credit, too. They had a near miss against Southridge this week, or against South Knox.
Yeah.
And I think they had a little motivational session the last couple days over that. And I think they played pretty hard tonight. I think they were motivated to beat us. And, I blame myself for one little instance, too. We got up early, then they went on a run. And I was telling myself, call timeout, and get this back together. But I also told them I'm not going to do it. I pulled them over, a couple of times and said, take control of this team. Take control of this game.
It's your chance.
Get the composure back. We need leadership on the floor. So we thought it was a good learning opportunity for them to collect themselves and to get things under control. And it didn't work. So it's one of those things I'll probably go back and look at it. I think I should have called timeout there. Maybe we could have changed the momentum. But in the end, the bottom line is they're better than we are.
Yeah.
And we're just disappointed that we didn't make it a better basketball game at least. And we just looked too sloppy and quite frankly, too scared at times.
Right. Yeah, they actually finished that quarter, the first quarter, on a 10-0 run to take that 19-15 lead. But, well, let's look at some positives. Connor Foley broke out tonight.
Well, he thrives in a game like this because he's athletic.
Right.
Connor's just like any other kid. There's good and bad at him. The bad at him sometimes he's not always real focused. He's not always in the right position and know what he was supposed to do.
Right.
The good at him is he's as good an athlete as anyone on that floor tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He blocked several shots. He got a bunch of rebounds, scored some points. He was hard to take out of the game because of his athleticism, and he did that against Southridge too. So he's an awfully good basketball player, and as soon as he becomes a little bit of a smarter basketball player, he'll be really tough to deal with. And that's part of the process, and that's part of the problem. Not problem, but that's part of the issue with being a three-sport athlete.
Right.
He goes straight from here into baseball, straight from baseball, and maybe a little bit of summer basketball, but and then into football, and that's absolutely fine. We want those kids,
right?
hopefully this year as a junior, he's getting his feet wet and learning how to execute better. And, he's got the ability to be one of the best around.
Right.
And we're hoping he's moving that direction.
All right, well, we got to wipe the slate clean, I guess, and big game against Washington tomorrow night. So what's Washington got?
Well, they're a lot like we are. They've lost some really tough games. I didn't check. I believe they're 0-5 right now. They have not won.
Okay.
I'm not sure who they played tonight, so I don't know if they've won tonight. But, they were beating Bosse at halftime, so they're a team that's capable.
Okay.
They played down here, and they're a team. They're going to be a Gene Miller team. They're not blessed with a lot of athletes this year.
Right.
But they're going to be disciplined. Their guard play is going to be good. They're going to get good shots, and it's just going to be a matter of whether they hit them or not. But they're going to be a very fundamental and disciplined team. And going over there, especially after coming down here tonight, it's not going to be easy. We've definitely got our work cut out for us. It's not going to be an easy night.
Well, in regards to your team, I mean, obviously you got to play one style of basketball tonight against a team like Bosse. How do you adjust to a different style for tomorrow night?
Well, hopefully tomorrow night's game seems a little bit slower to us. So that'd be the one good thing here. It's like bringing in that kid that throws 95-mile-an-hour fastballs and bringing in the 75-mile-an-hour guys. So maybe they seem a little slower, but sometimes that can mess you up too. You can mess up your timing. But it's just two different games. We've got to continue though to work the ball inside out. With Gus Heichelbeck playing the way he is, and with Connor Foley getting better and playing the way he is, we have to find a way to keep feeding the post and scoring inside out, and that's going to be a big key for us tomorrow night at Washington.
Right.
They don't have the size or speed that Bosse did, and we won't have an excuse not to get it in there, and that makes us a lot better basketball team. And we are 2-6 now, and that is awfully disappointing record-wise. But we have a little hiccup tonight, but we do feel like we're getting better. We do feel like we're a competitive and capable team. We just didn't always show it tonight, so hopefully this motivates us to have a better effort tomorrow night.
Well, I guess we got how many hours until then? 22 hours or so.
Hopefully get home and get a little bit of sleep and get up and start over tomorrow. That's all we know how to do. So.
All right. Sounds good. Okay. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Jasper Wildcats against the Bosse Bulldogs. First time in a number of years, as Jason and I talked about there. So kind of a chance to get that game going again between these two teams. Obviously, as conference foes, that's going to continue on for a number of years. So the Bulldogs knock off the Wildcats 74-50. Real quick rundown of the scoring. 21 points for Drayden Dunn for the Bulldogs. 13 points for Teray Howell, the freshman. He knocked down 3 3-pointers tonight, so he looks sharp shooting the basketball and aggressively getting out there as a young player. 14 points for Matthew Wagner. And other players that score, we'll just point out 6 points for Xavier Burton, number 33. And then a little bench scoring there coming late in the ball game from some certain players, including Hood and also Fox Boone, number 45. And for the Wildcats, they were led by Connor Foley's 18 points. Two other players in double figures included Tanner Ernie with 11 and Gus Heichelbeck with 11 points, asserting himself a little bit more in the lower blocks. He did hit a 3-pointer there in the fourth quarter. And 2 points for Isaac Day, Caleb Berger with 3. So we got to find some offense for Caleb. He wasn't able to knock down shots other than that early 3-pointer in the first quarter. And Jack Albrand had a bucket and a 3-pointer by Carter Mundi, just coming off the bench there. So 74 for Bosse, 50 for the Wildcats. Bosse now 7-0. The Cats are 2-6, and they will be on the road again at the Hatchet House tomorrow night. And that's January 16th game, a 7:30 start for the varsity game there. So for Jason Stamm and for Jeremy Markos on the video, the Wildcats fall 74-50 against the Bulldogs here on 18 WJTS. Good night.
This has been a presentation of 18 WJTS Sports.